This is the Dallas Morning News. It's Monday, March 30th. A mix of sun and clouds today with a high of 85, clear and breezy tonight with a low of 64. Here are today's headlines. Questions surround the future of downtown Dallas, but for First Baptist Dallas Church, the future is clear. Executive Pastor Ben Lovvorn announced on Palm Sunday that construction will soon begin to rebuild the church's 134-year-old historic sanctuary that was destroyed in a four-alarm fire in July 2024. Nearly 2 years later, after workers have cleared the hollowed-out structure and stabilized portions that survived the disaster, a new era will begin with a groundbreaking ceremony on June 7th. First Baptist Dallas's historic sanctuary served as a secondary but beloved worship space after its $130 million expansion was completed in 2013. Now, the cause of the fire still remains unknown. Photos of the site showed charred timbers, blackened brick walls, and windows devoid of the stained glass that used to fill them. John Paul DeFrank, the managing principal at Beck Architecture and the lead of the First Baptist Project, said the goal of the new chapel is to create a space that honors the past with an eye to the future. Last December, 2 significant donations, including one from the CEO of Hobby Lobby, boosted the church's fundraising efforts by $14 million. Jeffress said last year the estimated cost of rebuilding as of December was $127 million, with about $100 million of that from insurance. In other news, Dallas police detained a man at the No Kings protest in downtown Dallas on Saturday afternoon after an incident. Video captured by a Dallas Morning News staff photographer showed 2 Dallas police officers holding the man, wearing a hat and shades with half of his face covered in a mask, against a wall on the side of the street. On Sunday, Dallas police spokesperson Corbin Rubinson confirmed the name of the man arrested as 57-year-old Chad Rogers. 62-year-old Billy Bowers said he attended Saturday's No Kings protest as a way to show up and speak out against the direction of the country against the Trump administration. As he and others marched down South Irvay Street, the group was confronted by counter-protesters. Bowers said the man was trying to incite people to get mad. The man, identified as Rogers, wore a mask and appeared alongside conservative influencer Alex Stein. The counter-protesters chanted back at the protesters, saying it was their day and they had a right to be there as well. Police escorts at the front of the No Kings protest quickly surrounded and separated the groups. Bowers said a fight started after one of the counter-protesters pushed someone, which led to a shoving match, and then fists were flying. Rogers allegedly hit Bowers and 2 other men. Dallas police then pushed Rogers against a wall and put him in handcuffs as the protest continued down Irvay and the counter-protesters left. A photo captured by a Dallas Morning News staff photographer showed Rogers wearing what looks like a law enforcement badge. Now, it is unclear whether he is associated with any law enforcement agency. Next up, those strolling around downtown Dallas this weekend might have noticed more tails, claws, and snouts than usual. Inside these flamboyant animal costumes with cartoonish eyes and plushy paws are people belonging to a subculture known as furries. They came from different corners of the world, from different occupations, and as different animals: cats, wolves, lizards. All of them, though, gathered for the Texas Furry Fiesta. The convention, held at the Sheraton Dallas Hotel, drew more than 8,000 furries, people who create an anthropomorphic animal character. Attendees saw the event as a safe space to connect with others in the fandom, which has long been stigmatized. In Texas and across the country, the group has also been swept into heated battles over gender identity in the classroom. About 65% of furries have not told any family members about their interest, according to studies conducted by Fur Science, a website started by scientists researching the subculture. About 40% felt that the fandom was not socially accepted. According to event spokesperson David Brooks, Dallas-Fort Worth has hosted the annual convention since 2009. The convention was organized by Creature Arts, a Texas charity dedicated to coordinating activities for those interested in anthropomorphic art. And Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the U.S. Secretary of Health and Human Services, had a protein packed day after visiting Dallas Fort Worth barbecue joint The Original Roy Hutchins. RFK Jr. was already in Grapevine attending the 4-day Conservative Political Action Conference event at the Gaylord Texan Resort and Convention Center. The Original Roy Hutchins barbecue is about 10 miles away in Trophy Club. The voice of the Make America Healthy Again movement posted photos on social media, standing in front of a smoker loaded with Texas Twinkies, the restaurant's bacon-wrapped jalapenos stuffed with brisket and cream cheese. Earlier this year, Kennedy stopped at another Texas barbecue joint, Terry Black's Barbecue in Austin, amid his Eat Real Food rally in February. He called that visit the first stop of my national barbecue tour. It's not clear which other barbecue restaurants might be on RFK's list. Thanks for listening. For more on today's stories and the latest breaking news, visit dallasnews.com. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more from the Dallas Morning News.